Okay, let's get into this. If you've ever found yourself in a control closet, just wrestling with hubs and power bricks and that mess of wires for one conference room,
Oh, yeah.
then you know exactly the problem we're diving into today. Our mission is to really unpack the Atlona AT-VTPG-1000VL-WH, a piece of gear that promises to kill that exact complexity.
It's such a perfect example of consolidation in AV. We're looking at an all-in-one 10-inch touch panel with gateway.
All in one?
Right. The whole idea is putting the user screen and the velocity control gateway, the brains of the operation, into a single box. For just one room, you're literally eliminating a whole piece of rack gear.
That consolidation is huge.
Yeah.
But let's talk numbers right away. It's in stock, but it's listed at about $2,700. That feels like a premium for a 10-inch panel. Is that cost just about, smashing two boxes together? Or is there more to it?
I think it's about the power you get in that one box. So yes, it's limited to one room, but within that room, the integrated gateway is, well, it's seriously capable.
Yeah.
It can manage up to 24 different AV devices.
24.
Yeah, projectors, displays, audio processors, you name it, plus 2 scheduling panels. For a modern meeting space, that's a massive amount of control.
That makes sense. So it's not just a screen, it's the brain power. But what about setup? Does this still need, a specialized programmer to come in and spend hours coding?
No, and that's the point. Atlona is really focused on speed here. You use this intuitive browser-based tool.
So you just log in through a web page?
Exactly. It just walks you through it step by step. Adding your gear, designing the interface, setting up macros, it really cuts out the need for that super specialized programmer.
That is essential. Okay, so that's the inside. What about the outside? It's a 10-inch 1280 by 800 capacitive panel, which is pretty standard, but the sources keep highlighting this surround LED lighting. Why is that so important?
It seems like a small thing, but it connects the system to the physical room status. It's so useful.
How so?
That LED strip can be set to glow, say, red when the room is booked but empty, or maybe green when a meeting is active. It gives you this instant visual cue that you can see from down the hall.
Right, okay, and that works in portrait or landscape.
Yep, either way you mount it.
Let's talk about mounting it then. How does this thing actually plug in? The big feature is power over Ethernet, or PoE plus bunk. What's the real-world benefit there?
It's all about reducing complexity. Because it's 802.3 compliant, you just run a single network cable to it. That one cable delivers all the data and all the power.
So no need for an electrician to install an outlet right behind the panel.
Exactly. No local power outlet, no separate power supply. It simplifies the installation so much.
Okay, single cable is a huge win. But what about older gear? AV rooms can have legacy stuff. What if I need to control an old projector that only speaks RS-232?
That's a great question. And they thought of it. It's still fully supported. You just use one of their VCC IP command converters.
Okay, so a little adapter.
A small box that sits on the network. The gateway sends an IP command, and the little box translates it into RS-232 or IR for the older device. It bridges that gap.
So you don't have to throw out perfectly good equipment.
Right.
Let's talk about the long game then, remote management. It supports this thing called Velocity Premier Services, or AT-VPS-RG. What does that mean for the person managing the system?
Honestly, this might be its most strategic feature. It allows for complete remote configuration and troubleshooting over the internet.
So like a virtual truck roll?
Pretty much. You can push firmware updates, fix a configuration mistake, all from a web browser anywhere. It turns what used to be a costly site visit into a quick 10-minute fix online. It completely changes the support model.
And before we wrap, I should mention the physical mount is flexible too, right? It works with US, UK, EU backboxes and Visa 75.
Yes, it's built to be very flexible. So what this all means for you, the listener, is that this is a super capable consolidated solution. Panel, gateway, PoE plus ENG, all designed for fast, simple deployment in one room.
The device is really about speed and simplicity. But I think the key takeaway for you to think about is that economic shift from the remote management, that AT-VPS-RG service. Consider how that ability is transforming the entire support model for high-end AV, moving away from physical site visits and towards managed web services. That's where the real long-term value is high.